So we're only 2 weeks into our lawn, so be sure and hit that subscribe button and click on the bell if you haven't already done so, because I plan to do an update once the grass has grown a little more. Okay, so we planted grass seed all over here. That's our fire pit in the middle. We're going to be adding more sand to what we've already put in there. This area is not part of the lawn. It is where our above ground pool is going to be. And then this part is lawn. There's going to be a retaining wall along the back, separating off that hill, because the hill is where we're going to be planting a garden in the spring. We used a couple bags of Scott's Turf Builder Thicker Lawn. It's a 3-in-1 seed fertilizer and soil improver tall fescue mix. And then we used about a bag and 3/4 of this Scott's Easy Seed Patch and Repair tall fescue lawn. So same type of seed, but just different components in it. This one has kind of a mulch in with it. It says it reduces seed wash away. My dog's barking because I have her on a chain on the side of the house for right now so that she doesn't mess up the yard while we're establishing our lawn. And then for our first water, we used this Scott's Liquid Turf Builder Lawn Food, 2-in-1 feeds and waters at the same time. And then we're just keeping it damp. I'm not having to water as much as I thought I would because it is very humid, which is kind of uncharacteristic for the area, but right now it's about 80% humidity and we're expecting rain later in the week. So hopefully there's not like a major downpour that could wash away the seed. Hopefully it's just a light shower when it does rain. I moved this sprinkler around to like 3 different positions. Okay, so it hasn't even been 5 full days and I'm seeing these little babies. They're easier to see on my phone than they are to the naked eye. But I have these little baby blades of grass. And at this point, I'm watering by hand because I'm worried about walking across the lawn area now that there are some little blades of grass, because I don't want to kill them when I walk around to move the sprinkler. And the sprinkler doesn't cover the entire yard, so I'm going to be hand watering for a few days. Okay, it's officially been 5 days because we planted on a Friday night and it's Wednesday night. See that green? You can now see the grass a little bit at a distance, whereas this morning I had to really get down and get close. You know, there's more in some places than others, but you know, it's just definitely distributed throughout the yard. I'm seeing a lot of green. Here it is after 7 days.
With me, I just stick it in and then like just kind of like pop it.
It's free. Okay.
Just stay there with it.
Cool. Don't keep it in there too long.
I'm gonna let it out right now. I like it how it feels when it calls on me.
Okay, so here is our lawn 9 days after we planted it.
Now look, I'm sliding on it.
And as you can see, we've done some additional landscaping already. There's not much more swimming weather left in the season, but we got a great deal on this pool by getting it this time of year. So we'll be covering it up soon, but the kids will be enjoying it for a few more days. Day 11. Day 12 after we planted. It rained, so we don't have to water today. Here we are 2 weeks after we planted the lawn.
Joe, I think we should cover this back up.
We are going to reseed the more sparse areas. There are small blades of grass, but they're not as dense in certain areas. This part came out pretty good. So basically what we did, we removed as much rock as possible. I know this ground is really rocky, and just if you remove rock, there's more where that came from. And we tried to get some topsoil, but we just weren't able to get some in a timely manner. It was just, you know, mañana. My hubby bought a rototiller, tilled it. We gathered up, we gathered up the bigger rocks, and then we went ahead and just scattered the seed by hand. We didn't have a broadcaster or any type of tool for that. Just scattered it around. The kids helped a little bit, and we didn't really want to rake and bring up even more rock. We just scattered it in the loose soil, and then we walked over it to kind of compress it and make sure that we had good contact with the soil. They say, as long as the seed has contact with the soil on at least one side. Ideally, they say with tall fescue, planting in the fall, it should be 6 weeks before the first frost. We did it about 7 weeks before we are anticipating the first frost, just based on a Google search for our area, which we are in southeast New Mexico, very close to West Texas. We might use a little hand trowel or rake to kind of work on patching up some of these sparser areas and just kind of adding some seed. We've got 3/4 of a bag left, which might be enough to just patch this up where it needs it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with where we are just 2 weeks in. Definitely a change from just the bare ground. We are going to continue to pick rocks, so to speak, so that it's not a hazard when we mow. Once we're walking on it more, we're going to gather up even more rock. It's just a tedious process. We have very rocky soil here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.